everybody, and welcome to Tween Tuesday. I'm Miss Cindy from the South Brunswick Public Library, and as you may or may not remember, this Sunday, June 21st, is Father's Day. So, what we're going to be doing today is whipping up 2 DIY treats that'll be good gifts for the dad or any dad figure in your life, grandpa, uncle, stepdad, anyone like that. The first thing that we're going to be making is a DIY shaving cream made of all ingredients that you can get either at the supermarket or find around your house. The second is going to be a coconut foot scrub. So, let's go. Okay, we're going to get to our first recipe. The first thing that we're going to make is that DIY shaving cream that I told you about. So, these are the things you're going to need. You're going to need olive oil or coconut oil, raw honey, or regular honey is good too, Castile soap. If you can't get Castile soap, you can always do baby shampoo or a gentle face wash. Something to mix it in and something to put it in once it's all done. This essential oil is not essential, it's actually optional, but I like to put it in because it is going to add a little bit of like a nice fragrance to it. So, let's go. The first thing that you're going to need is a 1/4 cup of oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. You can use coconut oil or some other face and body oil like a jojoba or an argan oil. Anything like that would be good. So a 1/4 cup. Next up, we are going to be doing a 1/4 cup of honey. And actually, I already have some measured out, so just going to dump it in. Perfect. We do a 1/4 cup of the Castile soap. You can always add more olive oil. You'll probably end up adding up to a 1/2 cup. We started with a 1/4 cup, but as we mix, we're going to add more if we need it. So first, we're going to mix these. So once that's all mixed in, then you can go in and add more of your olive oil. So I'm adding about 1/8 of a cup there. It's difficult to mix oil with things, so I want to go kind of slowly so that it gets incorporated. Now we're going to add in our essential oil. I'm using orange because I think that is a really nice fragrance. I think that'll be a nice morning pick-me-up. But you can use any that you have that you think might be nice. Lavender might be good. Tea tree might be good, but if you use tea tree oil, make sure you don't use too much because it can be a little irritating on the face. So altogether, you want to add maybe 10 drops. And I'm pretty sure that's good enough. And just mix that in. The color will be different depending on what oils you use, but it'll most likely be kind of this yellowy color because of the honey. Okay, now this just gets poured in. And there you have it. This will be a nice shaving cream. Now, if you have a container that has a pump on it, like an old soap container, that would be much, much better to repurpose than this. This is just all that I had, and a lot of people will have a lot of these laying around at home. But a squirt bottle or a pump bottle might be even better at dispensing the product. Just want to show you guys a little bit of what the lather looks like. It's not very thick like regular shaving cream, but it is very moisturizing and very soft. Okay, your second DIY Father's Day gift is going to be that foot scrub. So here's what you're going to need. Sugar or salt, coconut oil, essential oil, and a container to put it in. This would be a good gift for pretty much anyone who wants to get nice soft feet. So let me show you how it's done. So what you're going to do is we're going to do this in ratios, and I'm going to show you what that means. Basically, you want half as much coconut oil as you have sugar. So if you do a whole cup of sugar, it's a half cup of coconut oil. 1 to 2. You use twice as much sugar as you do coconut oil. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of coconut oil to a 1/2 cup of sugar. So let's pour that down out. You don't have to use coconut oil for this. It could also be an olive oil or an argan oil. Any kind of body oil will do. But coconut is excellent and it is easily found. You just want to make sure that it is at room temperature or warmer when you do this so that it doesn't become too difficult to work with. Alright, so my 1/4 cup is in there. Now we're actually going to go in with our essential oil. I'm using tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is antibacterial, antifungal, and smells really, really good. So it works really well for a foot scrub. But you can use any other essential oil that you have that you think might smell really good. You can use the same one as you use for the shaving cream. You can use none. It's all good. So this is going to get 15 drops. Alright. This can get a little bit more because it's not going on your delicate face skin. It's actually going on your foot skin, which is a lot coarser and tougher usually to deal with. So I'm going to mix that right in with the coconut oil or whatever oil you've got. So it is nice and incorporated. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my 1/2 cup of sugar. So altogether, this will measure out to 3/4 of a cup. You want the texture to be kind of like a paste. If it's too liquidy, you're not going to get enough of the scrub. And if it's too sugary, it's going to be kind of dry and crumbly. You can always tweak the ratios a little bit. If you think it needs a little bit more oil, feel free to add a little bit more. Sugar, same. But what you want to do always is make sure to mix it really, really well before you add or subtract any ingredients. You see how it's like kind of a nice clump and it falls all together, it doesn't crumble? I think this is good. Actually, I made a small amount, so I'm actually going to use a smaller jar. So we're just going to pour that in, or spoon that in rather. Make sure to get any messy bits. It was pretty much perfect. There is just a little bit left that I'm probably just going to use on my own feet later. Clean up the edges. And bottle it up. There you have it. So now you've got a tea tree foot scrub that's going to be really, really good. It's going to leave the feet smelling nice. It's going to leave them soft and moisturized. And a DIY shaving cream that's also going to leave your face nice and soft, nice and moisturized. It's going to reduce irritation from shaving. I think Dad's going to love these. Alright, you guys, that is it for me for today. But I'm hopeful that at least one, if not both recipes, seem like something that you could easily do, that you can get done before this Sunday, and that way you can give your dad or father figure in your life a special treat. So until next week, happy crafting!